Bring up the story again. Welcome to part 3, I guess. This same kid is just absolutely... He's a dork, to be honest. Guy is basically acting all black and gangsta and shit. He's white, first off. Good example of those white boys that act all black and shit like that when in reality we know they're spineless cowards. Kid's got a big mouth. Thinks he's really cool. And let's put it this way. There's this one day he tried doing a so-called gangster walk. I was hanging out with the two of them, with her and her brother Tyler, which is he's actually cool, pretty cool. Hanging out with them, and basically the guy is just like, he walks up, he's like, "Oh, look at this. This is my gangster walk." I'm like, "You're a fucking gorilla. You trying to be buff? Like, that's a gangster walk." God, you know what? I admit I want to knock the living shit out of that motherfucker because he's a dork, for one, big dork. Number two, every single time he's like, "You ain't from the hood. If you were in the hood, you'd be listening to rap." It's like, why is it you have to base race or where you're from on what type of music you listen to? I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. Why the hell would you base music on people? I mean, 10% of the emos that I know listen to rap. I mean, I have no problem with it, but I fucking hate rap. Number one, as I said, it's repetitive. Personally, I'm into the old-fashioned video games soundtracks. Like Super Mario, Sonic. It's Sonic Adventure, which was one of my personal favorites. And occasional movie soundtracks, like Requiem for a Dream or something like that. And classic rock. And I already told you I'm not into that screaming metal stuff anymore. I told you I kind of abandoned Slipknot after a while. Because, I mean, their songs today I would appreciate more than the songs of yesteryear. Because, you can actually hear Corey Taylor's voice a lot better than you could back in the day. But no big deal. Another thing that needs to die. This probably has something to do with rap, but Soulja Boy. Perhaps one of the most pointless and ridiculous rappers you will ever see or hear in your fucking life. This kid is not talented. He makes ridiculous songs, and apparently he turns the intelligence of every kid that listens to it, makes him dumber. I can tell because half the people that listen to it, the minute they're done listening to the Soulja Boy song, crank that Soulja Boy bullshit. Put it this way, they don't seem the same anymore. I mean, first time I heard that song, I wanted to shoot myself. I'm just sitting there like, the song's playing, and his latest one, "Yeah, Trick, yeah." Dude, I'd like to sock that motherfucker as well. That guy pisses me off because he's not talented, and let's face it, it's just ridiculous bullshit. Another thing that needs to die, I dedicated this one to Josh and Krista. There's another thing that needs to die, I'm actually going to bring this up in a rant again, but Twilight, the book. Now, it's an overrated book. I've never read it, but I'll bet you, but they've told me a lot about the story, and from what I've heard, it doesn't make any sense. And you know what? People overhype it. This is basically the exact thing that's overhyping. I mean, bullshit like this is just pissing me off. Stuff like that. But, yeah. Get it? I don't know anything about Twilight, but I just figured I would stick that out there for my good buddies Krista and Josh. So, yeah, add that for them. And one last thing before I get out of here, because I'm tired of adding more parts. This is the last but not least. Another thing that needs to die, G4. G4 is no longer a video game channel anymore. I mean, they basically, well, first off, they're putting on TV shows that aren't even gaming. And their show X-Play, I mean, I haven't watched that since they did a terrible review. See, and look, I'm on here I'm on the channel right now. I will show you what is on right now. Because I got that little ID thing. Unbreakable. Oh, shit. God, I hate this fucking camera. It says Unbreakable. You can't see it because it's goddamn... Okay, it's starting to come into focus. See? Unbreakable. I am not kidding you. G4. Let's see. G4. Unbreakable. G4. Unbreakable. Oh, sorry about that. G4. Unbreakable. I'm not kidding here. And look at all the other goddamn shows they got on here. Cops. Cops is already on a bunch of channels already. Personally, I think it's better on Fox, because that's where I grew up watching it. My mom really loves it. And Cheaters. Now, I like watching Cheaters, but to be honest... personally, I enjoy Cheaters, but it should be on G4. Let's see what other goddamn shows we got on here. Those are paid programs. Now, that's another thing that needs to die. Paid programs. I am getting sick of seeing those every single time I have to turn the TV on at late night. We got Cheat. Now, Ninja Warrior. Here's another one. Damn it. This is basically like MXC, but not as funny. And this one, you know, you don't really need this. Like a bunch of Asian guys going around running around trying to get through obstacles. That's pointless. Attack of the Show, haven't watched that. X-Play, that's a fucking ridiculous, pointless, and poignant channel or station. That's the show I haven't watched since they did that bad review of Sonic the Hedgehog 06. That's the one I did a rant about back 2 years ago, and I got flamed for it. I got flamed up the ass. Got flamed for it. I got everybody attacking me, saying I don't know anything. I'm a narrow-minded dumbass. I can't come up with a formidable response because I can't, and I know it. Yeah, this guy actually put that up there. Trying to sound more intelligent than I am. I thought it was pointless. No. Totally Outrageous Behavior? Oh, that's a great show. That has everything to do with games. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now, I did not know this was on here. Lost. G4. Lost. G4. What the hell does Lost have to do with video games? Can anybody tell me that? Is there any real point to putting something like Lost on G4? Oh, and there's Cops 2.0. Oh my god. Oh, Unbeatable Bansuke. That's basically the same as Ninja Warrior. Pointless shit. Pointless fucking channels and shows that do not need to be on there. This is the reason why it needs to die. You know what? I better close this up because I'm getting sick and tired of putting 3 parts on there. To be honest, I think YouTube should go back to when you're a director, you can put his videos as long as you want on there. Some guy got away with putting a video on for about a 9-hour-long video. Actually, no, I fell asleep the first hour, and when I woke up, it was still on. Crazy shit, huh? But anyways, yeah. Later, folks.